If you're feeling tired, overwhelmed by your inbox, or just plain down right now, I invite you to pause for a moment. Notice the rhythm within you and around you. Start by recognizing the natural rhythm of your breath. Inhale, exhale. Hello, my name is Christine Jurisic, and this is a Retreat, Reflect, Renew monthly reflection. Your divine rhythm. There is a natural rhythm within us that serves as a reminder of the balance between work and rest, between doing and being. How often do you listen for or notice that natural rhythm? In the book Sabbath, Finding Rest, Renewal, and Delight in Our Busy Lives, Wayne Mueller describes the natural rhythm of rest in all of life. And this is what he says: all life requires a rhythm of rest. There is a rest in our waking activity and the body's need for sleep. There is a rhythm in the way day dissolves into night and night into morning. There is a rhythm as the active growth of spring and summer is quieted by the necessary dormancy of fall and winter. There is a tidal rhythm, a deep, eternal conversation between the land and the great sea. In our bodies, the heart perceptibly rests after each life-giving beat. The lungs rest between the exhale and the inhale. End quote. This swaying in and out between doing and being is what our divine rhythm is all about. When I started my faith journey, I used the word balance all the time. I would write in my journal, "I'm so tired, I just need a balanced life." It is now decades later, and I'm not using that word as much. Balance can give the impression that everything in life is to be equal and perfectly in place, which can lead to unrealistic expectations and feeling like a constant failure. It has definitely done that with me. Life is rarely in perfect balance, as you've probably experienced. There are times when one part of your life takes the majority of your energy. If you're caring for an elderly parent or spouse, newly retired, or adjusting to kids moving out of the house, your life will feel out of balance for a period of time. So look at what rhythm is. Rhythm is defined as a strong, regular, or repeated pattern of movement or sound. I like this word because it gives the sense of being connected to something bigger. Rhythm is about movement, flow, and dynamic energy. There are fast rhythms and slow rhythms. Think about the songs you like. All of those rhythms make music. And when complementary rhythms come together, we hear a beautiful song. So think of your divine rhythm as like your dance with God. God called you to a rhythm of life the moment God breathed life into your very being. Your divine rhythm is the pacing that is in sync with how you are created. It means you are living according to the strengths, weaknesses, commitments, and dreams. God knows all of these within you. God knows your season of life. God knows if you are recently retired, struggling with a new health issue, or just became an empty nester. Your divine rhythm accounts for all of that. Divine rhythm calls for an opening of the heart and a focus on listening for the still voice of God guiding how you are called to live throughout your day, your week, and your year. I care about balance and rhythm because I am constantly trying to reevaluate my rhythm of work and rest. My struggle with having a balanced life was the whole reason I began going deeper into my faith more than 20 years ago. If you've read my book, Retreat, Reflect, Renew, A Sacred Journal for a More Peaceful You, you've read some of my story. At the time, I did not feel connected to myself, to others, or to God. My life was in a constant state of spinning. I described the moment I realized I needed to change. This is a quote from the book. It was time for me to listen and recognize how I was living my life. I was driving myself and those around me crazy by constantly trying to meet unrealistic expectations. I was exhausted all the time, always running late, never present to my family, and never satisfied with anything I did or had." End quote. During this time in my life, I was introduced to a spiritual growth ministry that helped me work on issues including self-acceptance and healthy choice-making. I had been yearning for more balance, yet I did not understand how that had anything to do with my faith life. The ministry invited me to grow closer to God while growing closer to myself. That was the approach that opened the door to transformation for me. I discovered the interconnectedness and importance of listening to the balance God calls me to in different seasons of life. This is why I like the word rhythm. It is as if I am following along to the beat of God's breath of life in me. I am drawn to the more holistic approach, allowing for realistic expectations. The rhythm of life shifts with circumstance and season. Facing an empty house when the last of the children moves out, managing chronic health issues, becoming a grandparent, aging, retiring, all of these create a different look and feel for your life. Any type of change will affect the rhythm you are used to. A new job, divorce, marriage, the loss of a loved one, or starting to take care of grandkids. Be gentle with yourself. If you are living according to a life situation that no longer exists, your rhythm is going to feel off. If you are in transition, give yourself time to get used to a new rhythm of your life. When you allow yourself to be open to listening for your divine rhythm, you may not find the perfect balance you expect. It might be a rhythm of presence and meaning. Most importantly, it can be a rhythm of growth into divine wholeness that speaks to this season in your life. Let us pause again. Notice the rhythm within you and around you. Recognize the natural rhythm of your breath. Inhale and exhale. As you breathe in, be aware that you are inhaling the breath of God. As you breathe out, let go and surrender yourself into the rhythm God calls you to in this very moment. I hope you will click the subscribe button for more monthly reflections and visit us at retreatreflectrenew.org, where you can read more reflections, find out how to share them in our sacred circles on Zoom or in person, and join us for an online or in-person retreat. Retreat, Reflect, Renew, a Christ-centered retreat ministry dedicated to creating sacred space for people to grow spiritually and in community. Thank you for listening.